The envelope arrives on a Tuesday morning, slipped under my apartment door like a knife between ribs. I'm making breakfast when Saiwa finds it, my sweet, curious 5-year-old who insists on collecting the mail like it's treasure. "Papa, look!" He waves the manila envelope, smiling that gap-toothed grin that makes my entire world worthwhile. I take it with trembling fingers. The return address makes my blood freeze. Yoon and Associates legal firm. No. Papa? You okay? Hajun peers up at me, his twin brother's concern reflected in those dark eyes that look too much like his. "I'm fine, baby." The lie tastes like ash. "Go finish your cereal." I wait until they're distracted by cartoons before I tear open the envelope. The words blur together at first, legal jargon swimming before my eyes, but 3 phrases cut through with crystal clarity. Petition for full custody. Yoon Ji-hyuk, petitioner. Cha Dowan, respondent. My legs give out. I collapse against the kitchen counter, the papers scattering across the linoleum floor like death sentences. He wants them. After 5 years of silence, 5 years of nothing but cold, mechanical child support deposits, Yoon Ji-hyuk wants to take my babies away. Not joint custody. Not visitation rights. Full custody. The memories crash over me like a tsunami. I'm 23 again, a naive art student who believed in Alpha's promises. Ji-hyuk had been magnetic, sophisticated, powerful, 7 years older and impossibly confident. When he said he loved me, I believed him. When he said we'd build a life together, I believed that too. I was such a fool. The controlling behavior started slowly. Comments about my clothes, my friends, where I spent my time. Omegas need protection, he'd say, wrapping possessiveness in concern. His family was worse, his mother especially, looking at me like I was dirt she'd scraped off her Louboutins. "Know your place," she'd hissed at our last family dinner. "You're here to provide heirs and look pretty. Nothing more." When I got pregnant at 24, I thought maybe it would change things. Instead, Ji-hyuk grew colder. The night I told him about the twins, he didn't even look up from his case files. "This is inconvenient timing, Dowan." Inconvenient. Our sons, these perfect, miraculous lives growing inside me, were inconvenient. The breaking point came 3 weeks before my due date. I'd walked into his home office looking for comfort, scared about the approaching labor. Instead, I found him with his secretary, her hand on his thigh, his lips on her neck. "It doesn't mean anything," he'd said flatly when I started crying. "You're being emotional. Pregnancy hormones." But I saw the truth in his eyes. He felt nothing. Maybe he never had. I left that night with 1 suitcase and my mother's jewelry. Gave birth alone in a public hospital, held my newborn sons with no Alpha beside me, and built a life from nothing. And now he wants to destroy it. I'm still on the floor when my phone rings. A known number. "Hello. Cha Dowan." The voice is smooth, professional, female. "This is Attorney Kim from Yoon and Associates. I'm calling to confirm you received the custody petition." My mouth goes dry. "Yes. There's been a mistake." "No mistake. The first hearing is scheduled for next Monday at 9 a.m. Failure to appear will result in default judgment." The pause. "Mr. Yoon suggested I inform you that he's prepared to make this as easy or as difficult as you choose. He's hoping you'll be cooperative." The threat is wrapped in silk, but it's still a threat. "Why?" My voice cracks. "Why now? He hasn't seen them in 5 years." "That's precisely the issue, Mr. Cha. Mr. Yoon intends to demonstrate that you've unlawfully alienated him from his biological children. We have substantial evidence of parental interference." "That's insane. He abandoned us." "That's not how our documentation reflects the situation." "We'll see you Monday, Mr. Cha. I'd strongly suggest you retain legal counsel." The line goes dead. I sit there, phone pressed to my ear, listening to silence while my world implodes. Legal counsel. With what money? I work part-time at a print shop while the twins are in kindergarten. We live in a 1-bedroom apartment where the boys share a room and I sleep on the couch. Every penny goes to rent, food, their futures. How am I supposed to fight Yoon Ji-hyuk? Monday arrives like an execution date. I found a court-appointed lawyer, a kind beta man in his 60s named Park Seo-jun who smells like mothballs and defeat. I'll do my best, he says, and I know immediately that his best won't be enough. The courthouse is all marble and intimidation. I'm wearing my only suit, 5 years old, slightly too tight now, clutching a folder of photographs and report cards like they're shields. Then I see him. Ji-hyuk stands outside courtroom 3B, immaculate in a charcoal suit that probably costs more than my monthly rent. He's somehow more handsome than I remember, sharp jawline, calculating eyes, that alpha presence that still makes my traitorous omega instincts flutter. He's not alone. 3 attorneys flank him, all carrying expensive briefcases. Behind them, his mother watches me with undisguised contempt. Our eyes meet across the corridor. His expression is ice. No recognition. No regret. Nothing but cold, calculated malice. Dowan. My name sounds like a curse in his mouth. I was hoping you'd be sensible about this. I can't speak. Can't breathe. Attorney Park touches my elbow, steadying me or holding me back, I'm not sure. Mr. Yoon, Park says weakly. Perhaps we could discuss a settlement. No settlement. Ji-hyuk's smile is razor sharp. Full custody. Non-negotiable. They're my sons. I find my voice finally, shaking with rage. I've raised them alone. You stole them. His voice drops, venomous. You left in the middle of the night like a thief. Kept my children from me. Poisoned them against their own father. He steps closer, and I smell his alpha scent, still familiar, still intoxicating, still dangerous. Did you really think there wouldn't be consequences, Dowan? Did you think I'd just let you run away? You didn't want us. What I wanted, he interrupts, was a partner who understood his place. Instead, I got an ungrateful omega who threw away everything I offered. His eyes bore into mine. You made your choice 5 years ago. Now you live with mine. The bailiff calls us inside before I can respond. The hearing is a nightmare. Ji-hyuk's team presents evidence, carefully edited truths twisted into weapons. They have photographs of our cramped apartment. Financial records highlighting my poverty. Testimony from witnesses I've never met claiming I'm unstable, neglectful, vindictive. Judge Han, an older alpha who clearly golfs with Ji-hyuk's father, nods along to every accusation. When it's my turn, I try explaining. The abandonment. The infidelity. 5 years of silence. Mr. Yoon was young, his attorney counters smoothly. Made mistakes, certainly. But he's established now, successful, stable, able to provide the children with opportunities you simply cannot match. A proper 2-parent household with appropriate alpha guidance. Appropriate alpha guidance. Like I'm not enough. Like I've ever been anything but enough for Saiwoo and Hajun. Judge Han's ruling makes my stomach plummet. Temporary custody remains with Mr. Cha, but we'll be conducting a full evaluation. Mandatory visitation begins immediately, every weekend. Next hearing in 30 days. It's not over, but I've already lost ground I can't afford to lose. Outside the courtroom, Ji-hyuk corners me by the elevators. His attorneys have vanished. It's just us in this marble corridor, predator and prey. Last chance, Dowan. His voice is soft, almost gentle. It's worse than his anger. Come back. Be what you should have been from the start. Give me what I'm owed. The twins. This isn't about them. His hand catches my wrist, firm, possessive, achingly familiar. This is about you and me. You walked away from Yoon Ji-hyuk. No one walks away from me. I yank my arm free, heart hammering. Go to hell. His smile is terrible. See you this weekend for visitation. And Dowan. He leans close, lips nearly brushing my ear. I'm going to take them. Single thing. Until you have nothing left but the choice I'm offering. The elevator doors close between us. I make it to my car before I start sobbing. Ji-hyuk doesn't wait for my answer. He starts destroying my life piece by piece, methodically, like he's dismantling a legal case. It begins 3 days after the hearing. Dowan, I need to talk to you. My manager at the print shop won't meet my eyes. Lee Soo-min has been good to me for 3 years. Flexible hours, understanding when the twins get sick. Now she looks uncomfortable, guilty. Corporate called. They're restructuring. I have to let you go. My stomach drops. Restructuring? Soo-min, please. I'm sorry. She slides an envelope across the desk. 2 weeks severance, pathetically thin. It came from the top. There's nothing I can do. I know exactly where it came from. The print shop is owned by Daehan Industries. Daehan Industries is owned by the Park family. The Park family plays golf with the Yoon family. One phone call. That's all it took to erase my income. I stumble home in a daze, severance check crumpled in my fist. How do I pay rent? Buy food? The child support Ji-hyuk sends covers basics, but not everything. I've always worked, always been independent. Now I'm trapped. The weekend visitation arrives like a death sentence. Ji-hyuk's driver picks up the twins Saturday morning. A sleek black Mercedes that makes our entire apartment building stare. Saiwoo and Hajun are excited, bouncing on their toes. They don't understand what's happening. They think they're meeting their other papa for fun. Be good, I whisper, hugging them so tight Hajun squeaks. Remember, I love you more than anything. We know, Papa. Saiwoo rolls his eyes with 5-year-old exasperation. We'll be back tomorrow. I watch the Mercedes disappear and feel like my heart is being torn out. The apartment is too quiet. I clean obsessively, scrubbing floors that don't need scrubbing, organizing closets that are already organized. Anything to avoid thinking about my sons in Ji-hyuk's penthouse, surrounded by luxury I can never provide. When they return Sunday evening, they're transformed. Designer clothes. New tablets. Saiwoo won't stop talking about the pool, the game room, the chef who made them anything they wanted. Hajun clutches a stuffed animal that probably costs more than our monthly grocery budget. Appa Ji-hyuk has a room for us. Saiwoo announces, oblivious to the knife twisting in my gut. With bunk beds and everything. He said we can stay there soon. Like, forever. My hands shake as I make dinner, cheap ramen, nothing like whatever gourmet meal they had last night. The twins pick at their food, comparing everything to Ji-hyuk's house. I want to scream. Want to tell them that money isn't love, that their Appa Ji-hyuk abandoned them, that this is all manipulation. But they're 5. They don't understand manipulation. They just see the shiny presents and the big house. Ji-hyuk is buying them, and it's working. The eviction notice comes on Tuesday. Lease violations? I stare at my landlord, Mr. Cho, in disbelief. What violations? I've never been late on rent. Noise complaints. He won't look at me. Multiple violations of building policy. You need to vacate within 30 days. That's insane. Who complained? But I already know. More phone calls. More Yoon family influence spreading like poison. I spend the next week searching for apartments I can afford with no job. Everything decent requires employment verification. Everything cheap is dangerous. Neighborhoods where I wouldn't dare raise my sons. I'm running out of options and Ji-hyuk knows it. The social services visit happens on a Thursday morning. I'm still in my pajamas, apartment a mess because I was up all night applying for jobs online. The doorbell rings, and there's a woman with a clipboard and a sympathetic smile that makes my blood run cold. Mr. Cha? I'm Han Minji from Child Protective Services. We received some concerns about the welfare of Cha Saiwoo and Cha Hajun. My world tilts. Concerns? From who? Anonymous report. She's already looking around, noting the dishes in the sink, the laundry piled on my couch bed, the cramped space. May I come in? I have no choice. She asks questions about my employment, my living situation, my emotional state. Every answer sounds worse than the last. Unemployed. About to be evicted. Single Omega parent with no support system. The twins come home from kindergarten while she's still there. They're loud, energetic, normal 5-year-olds. But through her eyes I see chaos. Disorder. Instability. We'll be following up, she says, handing me a card. Someone will contact you about a home evaluation. After she leaves, I lock myself in the bathroom and sob until I'm dry heaving. Ji-hyuk's playing chess, and I'm losing every move. The second hearing is worse than the first. Ji-hyuk's team presents everything: my job loss, the eviction notice, the CPS visit. They paint me as an unstable omega spiraling downward, unable to provide basic necessities. And whose fault is that? I explode, standing up despite Attorney Park's restraining hand. He's orchestrating this. He's destroying my life. Mr. Cha, Judge Han says coldly, these outbursts only prove the opposing counsel's point about your emotional instability. I sit down, defeated. Ji-hyuk watches me with something almost like satisfaction. But there's something else in his eyes, something that flickers when Hajun's kindergarten drawing is presented as evidence. It's a family portrait, 3 stick figures holding hands. Me and the twins. Ji-hyuk isn't included. His jaw tightens. Just for a moment, the mask cracks. Then it's back, smooth and impenetrable. Judge Han rules in his favor again. Increased visitation, every weekend plus Wednesday evenings. And a mandate: I need to demonstrate significant lifestyle improvements within 30 days or custody will be reevaluated. Translation: I'm circling the drain, and everyone knows it. The Wednesday visitation is when everything shifts. Ji-hyuk picks up the twins himself this time. No driver, just him in casual clothes that make him look younger, almost like the man I once loved. The twins run to him excitedly, and something in his expression softens. Hey, little ones. He crouches down, and Saiwoo launches into a story about his day. Ji-hyuk actually listens, laughing at the right parts, asking questions. He looks up at me, and for one disorienting moment, there's no hatred in his eyes. Just pain. Then it's gone, replaced by cold determination. I'll have them back by 8. Ji-hyuk, wait. The words tumble out before I can stop them. Why are you doing this? If you want to punish me, fine. But don't use them. Use them? His voice drops dangerously low. The twins are already in the car, out of earshot. You used them, Dowan. You took them and disappeared. Do you have any idea what that? He stops, jaw clenched. You made your choice. Live with it. He drives away, leaving me standing in the parking lot. That night, he returns them exactly at 8. The twins are sleepy, happy. Hajun is wearing Ji-hyuk's watch, comically large on his tiny wrist. Appa let me wear it. Hajun says proudly. He said I'm big enough to be responsible. After I put them to bed, I find a note tucked into Saiwoo's backpack. Ji-hyuk's handwriting. They asked why you look sad all the time. I didn't have an answer. Did you? I crumple the note, hands shaking with rage and something more complicated. Friday night, I hit rock bottom. Another job rejection. Another apartment viewing where the landlord takes one look at my application and shakes his head. I'm down to my last 201, no prospects, nowhere to go. The twins are at Ji-hyuk's for the weekend. The apartment is silent. I stand in the bathroom, staring at my reflection. Dark circles under my eyes. Weight I've lost from stress. I look haunted. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answer. Dowan. Ji-hyuk's voice is quieter than usual. We need to talk. About how you're systematically destroying my life. I think you've made your point. Come to my place. Tomorrow. Noon. The pause. Please. The please stuns me into silence. The twins will be at my mother's, he continues. Hear me out. He hangs up before I can refuse. I stare at my phone, heart hammering. This is a trap. Obviously a trap. But I'm drowning and he's offering what? A lifeline? Or just a chance to watch me sink faster? Saturday morning, I stand outside Ji-hyuk's building, all glass and steel, the kind of place where doormen wear white gloves. Everything I'm not, everything I can never give my sons. I take the elevator to the penthouse, each floor climbing higher, feeling like a descent into hell. Ji-hyuk opens the door before I can knock. You came, he says, and I can't read his expression. What do you want? My voice is flat, exhausted. He steps aside, letting me in. The penthouse is obscene, floor-to-ceiling windows, minimalist furniture, art that probably costs more than I'll earn in a lifetime. I want, Ji-hyuk says slowly, to offer you a deal. Here it comes. The ultimatum. The final knife. Come back to me, Dowan. His eyes are intense, burning. Move in here. Be my partner. Let me provide for you, for our sons. And this all stops. My laugh is bitter. Be your possession, you mean? Be my family. He moves closer, and I hate that my Omega instincts still react to his presence. I'll drop the custody case. You'll never worry about money again. The twins will have everything. Except their freedom. Except their dignity. I'm shaking. You want me to trade myself for them. I want you home. His hand reaches for my face and I jerk back. Pain flashes across his features. Where you belong. I'd rather die than belong to you. The words hang between us, sharp and irrevocable. Ji-hyuk's expression hardens back into ice. Then you'll die without them. 30 days, Dowan. That's all you have left. I leave without another word, but his voice follows me into the elevator. The offer stands. When you're ready to be reasonable. The doors close on his beautiful, terrible face. I have 30 days to save my children. And absolutely no idea how. 23 days left. I've counted every single one, watching them slip away like sand through my fingers. No job prospects. No apartment leads. My savings account shows 42,001, enough for maybe a week of groceries. I'm losing. The twins sense it. They've stopped chattering about Ji-hyuk's house as much, their 5-year-old instincts picking up on my desperation. Last night, Saiwa crawled into my couch bed and whispered, Papa, are we going to be okay? I lied. Of course, baby. Always. But the third hearing looms in 7 days, and I have nothing. No improvements. No stability. Nothing but love, and apparently that's not enough. The call comes on a Wednesday afternoon. Mr. Cha? This is Judge Han's office. There's been a ruling modification. My heart stops. What kind of modification? Due to your continued housing instability, custody will transfer to Mr. Yoon in 30 days unless you can demonstrate significant lifestyle improvements. The judge felt the previous timeline was too generous. 30 days. 1 month to find a job, an apartment, stability, all while Ji-hyuk's family blocks every opportunity. This is impossible, I whisper. Those are the terms, Mr. Cha. The official notice will arrive tomorrow. The line goes dead. I sit in my apartment, soon to be former apartment, and feel the walls closing in. There's only one option left, one path that doesn't end with me losing my sons forever. Ji-hyuk's offer. My phone is in my hand before I fully process the decision. His number is still saved from years ago, marked only with a single initial, J. It rings 3 times. Dowan. He sounds surprised. Please, have you reconsidered? I want to see it. My voice is hollow. The arrangement. What you're offering. Silence. Then, come tonight. 8 o'clock. I'll send a car. The mansion is worse than the penthouse. Ji-hyuk's family estate sprawls across Gangnam like a monument to excess, manicured gardens, marble fountains, windows that gleam like diamonds. The car drops me at the entrance, where Ji-hyuk waits in the doorway. He's dressed casually, slacks and a sweater, but his expression is guarded. Thank you for coming, he says, formal as a stranger. Inside, the house is a museum. Everything perfect, cold, untouchable. He leads me through halls lined with family portraits, generations of Yoon alphas staring down with identical expressions of superiority. We stop at a door on the 2nd floor. This would be yours, Ji-hyuk says, opening it. The room is beautiful, cream walls, plush carpet, a king-sized bed with silk sheets. There's an ensuite bathroom with a soaking tub, a walk-in closet already filled with clothes in my size. It's a gilded cage. The twins' room is next door, he continues, moving to another door. I had it designed with them in mind. The nursery, because that's what it is, despite them being 5, is obscene. Bunk beds shaped like race cars. Every toy imaginable. A reading nook with shelves of books. Everything a child could want. Everything except freedom. And this, Ji-hyuk opens a 3rd door, would be for the future. An empty nursery. Pale yellow walls. A crib waiting. My stomach churns. Future. I manage. The family expects heirs. His voice is clinical. Plural. My mother has already planned. Your mother? As if summoned, her voice cuts through the hallway. Ji-hyuk? Is he here? She appears like a wraith. Han Yuna, Ji-hyuk's mother, elegant and venomous in a Chanel suit. Her eyes rake over me with undisguised contempt. So the little Omega finally came crawling back, she sneers. I told you he would, Ji-hyuk. They always do. Something in my chest ignites. I haven't agreed to anything. You will. She smiles, cold as winter. You'll sign the contract, move into this room, and provide my son with proper heirs. You'll attend family functions, keep your mouth shut, and remember your place. She steps closer, and I smell her alpha pheromones, aggressive, dominating. You'll be the perfect Omega wife. Obedient. Decorative. Silent. Mother, Ji-hyuk's voice holds a warning. Don't mother to me. This is your mess, Ji-hyuk. You insisted on this ridiculous custody battle to break him, and now you're offering him a place in our home. She laughs, brittle and sharp. At least make sure he knows the terms. Show him the contract. Ji-hyuk's jaw tightens, but he retrieves a document from his pocket. Unfolds it with stiff fingers. I read through tears of rage. Sure he knows the terms. Show him the contract. Ji-hyuk's jaw tightens, but he retrieves a document from his pocket. Unfolds it with stiff fingers. The contract is comprehensive. I give up all autonomy, all legal rights. Ji-hyuk controls everything. Finances, decisions, where I go, who I see. I'm required to produce at least 2 more children within 5 years. No divorce. No leaving. Any breach means I lose the twins permanently, with no visitation rights. This is slavery, I whisper. This is reality, Yuna says. Sign it or lose your children. Those are your options. I look at Ji-hyuk, desperate for something. Compassion? Regret? Any sign of the man I once loved. His expression is unreadable. But behind him, through the doorway, I notice something. His home office door, slightly ajar. And on the desk inside, files. Lots of files, some with familiar names. Other Omegas? Other families? I need to think, I say, voice shaking. You have until the hearing, Yuna says dismissively. 7 days. Then the judge awards custody to Ji-hyuk, and you get nothing. Not even supervised visitation. She turns to leave, then pauses. Oh, and Dowan? Don't bother running. We'll find you. We always find them. The word echoes as she disappears down the hallway. Sure he knows the terms. Show him the contract. Ji-hyuk's jaw tightens, but he retrieves a document from his pocket. Unfolds it with stiff fingers. Ji-hyuk and I stand in the empty nursery, surrounded by yellow walls and expectations. This is what you want? I ask quietly. Me broken and collared like a pet? For the first time tonight, his mask cracks. Pain floods his eyes, raw and terrible. I want. He stops. Starts again. I wanted you to hurt like I hurt when you left. Mission accomplished. My laugh is bitter. You've destroyed me, Ji-hyuk. Congratulations. Dowan, I'll give you my answer in 7 days. I leave before he can respond, before I completely shatter. The driver takes me home in silence. But I don't go inside my apartment. Instead, I wait until the Mercedes disappears, then catch a taxi back to Gangnam. Back to Ji-hyuk's mansion. The security is impressive, but I know the property from tonight's tour. I slip through the garden gate, left unlocked by a careless gardener, and make my way to the window I'd noticed. His office. Breaking in is easier than it should be. The window latch is old, loose. Inside, I move quickly, quietly, rifling through the files on his desk. What I find makes my blood run cold. Case files. Dozens of them. Omegas and betas who crossed the Yoon family. Legal battles waged and won through intimidation, bribery, fabricated evidence. Jobs lost. Homes seized. Children taken. A pattern of destruction spanning years. And at the bottom of the stack, a file with my name. Inside, detailed plans. Every move Ji-hyuk made against me was documented, strategized. The job loss, the eviction, the CPS call. All orchestrated weeks in advance. But there's something else. Handwritten notes in the margins, dated from the past month. Saiwa laughs like Dowan used to. Hajun asked why I made Papa cry. Couldn't answer. What am I doing? And the most recent, from 3 days ago. I've become him. I've become my father. God help me. A noise from the hallway freezes me. Footsteps. Told you I'm handling it, mother. Ji-hyuk's voice strained. The hearing is in 7 days. And what if he refuses? What if he runs? Yuna's voice, sharp with impatience. You've let this Omega make a fool of you for too long. Just take the children and be done with it. Who cares if he signs the contract? I care. Ji-hyuk's voice is barely audible. I need him to choose this. But, so you can pretend you're better than your father? You're not, Ji-hyuk. You're exactly like him, taking what you want, breaking what resists. It's the Yoon way. Silence. Long, terrible silence. Then Ji-hyuk's voice, broken, get out. Get out of my house. Ji-hyuk. Get out. Footsteps retreating. A door slamming. Then another sound. Quiet, devastating. Ji-hyuk is crying. I shouldn't care. After everything he's done, I shouldn't feel anything but hatred. But I hear the little boy in his sobs, the abandoned child, the one who became the monster he feared. I slip out through the window, files clutched to my chest, evidence of the Yoon family's crimes. And for the first time in weeks, I feel something other than despair. I feel hope. Because Ji-hyuk isn't just his mother's weapon. He's a man breaking under the weight of his own cruelty. And broken things can sometimes be repaired. 7 days until the hearing. 7 days to save us all, including him. I spend 3 days building my case. The files I stole become my ammunition, proof of the Yoon family's systematic destruction of anyone who crosses them. Forged documents. Bribed witnesses. Jobs eliminated through backroom deals. It's all here, meticulously documented in Ji-hyuk's own handwriting. The irony isn't lost on me. His perfectionism, the same trait that made him a brilliant lawyer, has created the evidence that will destroy him. But I don't go to the police. Not yet. Because those handwritten notes haunt me. The pain in his voice when he threw his mother out. The realization that he's become what he hated most. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I should just bury him and take my freedom. But I keep thinking about the twins, how they light up when Ji-hyuk reads to them, how Hajun asked if Appa could come home. This isn't just about winning anymore. The hearing arrives on a gray Monday morning. I dress carefully, my worn suit, pressed and clean. Attorney Park meets me outside the courthouse, looking more defeated than ever. Dowan, I have to be honest. Unless you've found employment and housing in the last week, this isn't going to go well. I know. I clutch my folder of evidence. But I have something else. Inside the courtroom, Ji-hyuk sits with his legal team, but his mother is noticeably absent. He looks exhausted, shadows under his eyes, suit slightly rumpled. When our eyes meet, something passes between us. Recognition. Resignation. Judge Han calls the court to order. We're here to finalize custody arrangements for Cha Saiwoo and Cha Hajun. Mr. Yoon, I understand you're prepared to present final arguments for full custody. Ji-hyuk stands. His team arranges documents. The death blow is coming. But he doesn't speak immediately. The silence stretches, uncomfortable, strange. His attorneys exchange glances. Mr. Yoon. Judge Han prompts. Your Honor. Ji-hyuk's voice is rough, like he hasn't slept. I need to make a statement before we proceed. His lead attorney, Kim Soo-hyun, touches his arm. Ji-hyuk, we discussed the strategy. He shakes her off. Your Honor, I need to withdraw my petition for custody. The courtroom explodes into whispers. Judge Han bangs his gavel. Excuse me? I'm withdrawing. Ji-hyuk looks directly at me, and his eyes are raw, broken. Everything I've presented to this court has been manipulated evidence designed to destroy Mr. Cha's credibility. He reaches into his briefcase, pulls out files. These documents detail how my family systematically dismantled his employment, housing, and reputation. I orchestrated all of it. My heart hammers against my ribs. What is he doing? Mr. Yoon, Judge Han's voice is dangerous. Are you confessing to fraud and obstruction? Yes, Your Honor. Ji-hyuk's hands shake as he places the files on the bench. Additionally, I'm prepared to testify against my family's law firm for similar practices spanning decades. Fabricated evidence. Witness tampering. Judicial corruption. He pauses. Including bribes paid to you, Judge Han. The courtroom erupts into chaos. Judge Han's face turns purple. You're out of order. Bailiff. I have documentation. Ji-hyuk's voice cuts through the noise. Financial records. Recorded conversations. Everything needed to prove that this court has been compromised. He turns to me and tears streak down his face. I've become my father. I've hurt the one person who ever truly loved me, and I've used our children as weapons. I can't. His voice breaks. I can't do this anymore. Kim Soo-hyun is furious. You're destroying everything. Your career, your family. My family destroyed me first. Ji-hyuk looks at her coldly. They taught me that love is control, that omegas are possessions, that power is the only thing that matters. And I believe them. He turns back to the judge. I'm requesting full custody be awarded to Mr. Cha, along with a restraining order against myself and my family. I'm also surrendering my law license. I can't breathe. Can't process what's happening. Ji-hyuk, I whisper, but it's lost in the chaos. Judge Han demands a recess. We're herded into separate rooms, me with Attorney Park, Ji-hyuk alone with the consequences of his confession. This is unprecedented, Park says, stunned. He just committed professional suicide. Why? I'm shaking. Why would he do this? But I think I know. Those notes. That broken sob through the office door. He chose truth over winning. Chose to destroy himself rather than destroy us further. When court reconvenes, a different judge presides. Judge Kong. A stern beta woman who looks unimpressed with everything. The ruling is swift. Full custody to me. Restraining order against Ji-hyuk and the Yoon family. Investigation opened into judicial corruption and the Yoon law firm's practices. It's everything I wanted. So why does it feel like losing? I push through them, searching. Find him standing by a bus stop, of all places. His expensive car has been impounded as evidence. His designer suit looks wrong against the grimy urban backdrop. Ji-hyuk. He turns and his smile is sad. You won. Take the twins and go. Build the life you deserve. You idiot. Tears blur my vision. You complete idiot. You didn't have to destroy yourself. Yes, I did. He steps closer, then stops, remembering the restraining order. I became a monster, Dowan. I hurt you in ways I can never fix. I used our sons as pawns. What I did was unforgivable. I know. My voice cracks. I know what you did. But I also know why. I pull out the files. His handwritten notes, the ones that showed his breaking point. You read those? His expression crumbles. I broke into your office. Found everything. I laugh wetly. We're both criminals now. Dowan. I'm not forgiving you, I say firmly. What you did was cruel and calculated and wrong. But, I take a breath. But I understand the broken child who grew into a broken man. And I know our sons love you. The real you, not the monster your family created. Hope flickers in his eyes, dangerous and fragile. What are you saying? I'm saying I need time. We need time. But maybe, I swallow hard. Maybe in a year, if you've done the work, real work, therapy, becoming someone different, we could try supervised visits. I don't deserve. You don't, I agree. But Saiwoo and Hajun deserve a father who loves them. If you can become that person, not the Yoon heir, not the powerful alpha, just Ji-hyuk, then maybe we can figure this out. His tears fall freely now. I'll do anything. Everything. I swear. Don't swear. I'm crying too. Just show me. Show us. One day at a time. A bus pulls up. Ji-hyuk's new reality. Public transportation, normal life, consequences. Before he boards, he turns back. Daewon? I love you. Always have. I just didn't know how to do it without destroying everything. Learn, I say softly. You have time now. The bus pulls away, carrying him toward an uncertain future. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarm. Ji-hyuk's confession has already leaked. The Yoon family's downfall will be spectacular, public, brutal. 1 year later. The twins' 6th birthday party is chaos. Kids screaming, cake everywhere, decorations falling. And Ji-hyuk is here. He's different now. Thinner, wearing jeans and a simple shirt. He works at a legal aid clinic, helping Omega's pro bono. He's been in therapy for 11 months. We've done family counseling, awkward, painful sessions where he apologized to the twins, where we all learned to communicate. The supervised visits became unsupervised 3 months ago. Last week, he taught Saiwa to ride a bike. Hajun fell asleep on his shoulder during a movie. I watch him now, helping kids play pin the tail, laughing genuinely for the first time in years. He catches my eye across the room, and his smile is tentative, hopeful. I smile back. Small, careful. We're not fixed. We're not whole. The road ahead is long and uncertain. But when the twins drag both of us to cut their birthday cake together, their small hands connecting ours, something clicks into place. Make a wish. Saiwa demands. The twins close their eyes. Blow out the candles together. Ji-hyuk's hand tightens around mine. What did you wish for? He whispers. I look at our sons, at this imperfect, damaged, healing family. This, I whisper back. Just this.